14th of April. No, it's Monday. My God. Over here, it's a bank holiday. So it kind of feels like a Sunday, but it's actually a Monday. Hope you've all had a good start to the week. So I had planned today to look at, let's turn this volume down a bit. I had planned today to look at redeveloping, there we are, redeveloping our exits in some manner, just to change the way we move from location to location. But I thought it might be better to do something a little bit more interesting today. I think we might look at this Spectral Analyzer. I've been doing a little bit of research on how we might go about doing that. Let's turn the volume down a bit. Let's adjust this. I'll do. Right. So I'll show you what I've found out. So obviously we've got this Spectral Analyzer stuff, but that's ancient. Plus I can't get it to work. Maybe I'll have a look at getting that to work. But so if we go to our user interface, because that's probably where we'd put it. Probably put it here. There is an object called. What am I saying? It's not an object at all. There's an audio effect called Spectrum Analyzer. Look at that. And you could hook into that and then analyze the audio that's going through the Godot engine. So that we'd have a look at that. So apparently there is a Godot 3.2 Spectrum Analyzer post. Wow, that's big. So what's this? Audio generators. I still want to play with that at some point. But here we go. New effect, Spectrum Audio Effect Spectrum Analyzer. Once there, just obtain the Spectrum Analyzer instance via API. So we just need to do that. Let's have a little play around with it. See what we can do. Should be interesting. So we have got a. I'm just going to do split screen here. Oof. Let's not do a split screen. So have we got a script? No, we've got a audio controller script. Maybe we'll do it there. I don't know if that's the right place. Maybe we need a user interface script. I've absolutely no idea how we do this, by the way, so let's have a quick peek. This instance synchronizes with audio playback, so the magnitude of the frequency ranges should be exactly what it's playing right now, or as close as possible. This uses fast Fourier transforms. You can change the buffer size to a smaller one for more accurate timing, but less accurate frequency information. Yeah, we're not too fussed about the frequency. Although this could give rise to some audio-based puzzles. Maybe we can sneak in a signal into the audio. That would be very visual, maybe a bit unfair for people that can't see. But maybe there could be sort of hints as to, or other ways you could do it without having to see it. Var f equals spectrum, get magnitude for frequency range from hertz to hertz. This returns a normalized value. Let's try it out. Sod the drawing. Let's just try that first of all and see what we get. So, all right, I'm going to create a script. Surely we can just do it here. I mean, we're linking to our tweens, right? So, on ready? Yeah, seems to work. All right, we've got a process here as well. Actually not doing. Oh, this was a debug process that we had in place. Okay, let's have a look at this then. Let's just get the first effect. Yep. So to get the magnitude of a frequency range, use the following function. All right. So presumably we use that in the process loop. So let's try it. Identifier from hertz isn't declared. Right. from hertz to hertz. Human hearing hertz, yeah, range in hertz. There we go. 20 hertz, 20 kilohertz. So 20 to 20,000. Far more sensitive to 1 to 4 kilohertz. Right, so that would be 1,000 to 4,000. Okay, so let's go for 20 to 6,000. Now we could do the full thing, but we can play around with that. In fact, maybe we should have far from hertz equals 20, far to hertz equals 5,000. In fact, rather than that, let's call it spectral low. Actually, you know what? Sorry, I think from hertz and to hertz works. Okay. Switch to the coding view. Interesting. Coding view is not as it usually is, right? It's not taking up the full screen as my resolution changed. I think it... No? No. That is odd. Coding view should be giving you a much more zoomed in look. Scene tree. Seems to be working. To work on that. Should be more like, should be more like this. So I'm not sure what's changed there. There we go. So in our process, we're getting F, and we're going to print F out. It's just going to go in our output here. Here we go. I woke up. My mouth was dry. I think I left the heating on. Wow, getting lots of sounds there. So if I go somewhere with no sound. No, we haven't got anywhere with no sound.
Hello, America. I'm Mark Levin. This is
Cool. Okay, so we're getting whatever that is. What did it say it was? The magnitude of the frequency range. So presumably that's on a scale of 0 to 1, potentially. One being obliterate your ears. This returns a normalized value in linear scale, DC at 0, saturation at 1. Yeah, right. Okay. Use linear to dB help to convert to decibels if needed. Here is a simple example for drawing a spectrum. Okay, so we're setting width divided by, I guess, a number of slices. Saves the previous range, steps through all the ranges up to view count plus 1. Calculates the maximum possible display, gets the current magnitude, creates a variable called energy, and limits it to I'm not sure what the clamp function does. I think it's like a limiter, isn't it? Godot clamp. Clamp number 0 and 3. Yeah, I thought it was some sort of range limitation. So yeah, all right, cool. So there we go. So it's limiting it between 0 and 1, which is correct, right? Energy. Then it works out what the height of that section is by energy times height. So that's like a multiplier. And then it draws a rectangle. Great. All right. And a video of this code in action. All right, cool. I can't believe I've never seen that. Oh, look at that. And the draw function. Let's just try it out, see if it actually works. Func draw. Can't believe that. I've been thinking about doing something like this for ages, and I did not know that that existed. Draw previous hertz. Make that right. Gotta do the usual and get rid of all those weird characters. All right. Oh, the identifier width isn't declared. All right. Okay. So let's set a width to 400, and view count to 50. Oh, frequency max. Well, I don't even know what that should be. Is there any reference to it in here? Don't see it. No, nothing. That's weird. Oh, is it in here? Frequency max. Oh, good. What we got there? 11050. Oh, I see. It's like a hertz max. That's our from 2, right? So 2 hertz. I think that's right. Oh, there's more. Min dB. Minimal decibels. That's from hertz. Height. Man, I'm doing way too much here. I probably shouldn't be doing. Height 500. All right. Oh, goodness sake. What else have we not defined? DrawRect isn't declared. Oh, perfect. Because we're extending node. I think we need a node 2D to do drawing. All right. Is there any reason our user interface can't be a node 2D? Oh, it's a canvas layer. Where is this audio controller? All right. All right. I've gone too far here. We'll create a new node in our game. We'll call it node 2D. Where is it? There it is. Stick it at the top here. And move it here. Attach a script. Call it Spectral. Yep. Stick it in our scripts folder. Okay. It's not how we should be doing things. Let's delete that. We should be creating a new scene so we can instance it somewhere if we need to. So 2D scene. Now we can attach the script. Spectral GD. Rename this to Spectral. And then save the scene. The scenes as Spectral. All right. Now we can go in here, move the code from our audio controller. Just undo everything here, so everything was as it was. Super. What have I done here? Okay, don't know what I changed there. Spectral. Okay, a node is required to save the scene. What? Oh, did I close it? I closed it. Scenes. Spectral. There we go. Okay, so now we need to add spectral to our game scene. So let's bring it in there. There we go. And throw it in the middle here. And hit play and see what happens.
I woke up. My mouth was dry.
Nothing.
I think I left the heating on.
What's my order like? Does that mean I need to be down here? I mean, none of these display anything, right?
I woke up. My mouth was dry. I think I left the heating on.
If I'm missing something that I did in the... So, I get my references, I've got my drawers. So, width, height, going to be spectrum. A draw routine. Oh, it's a demo repository. Let's download it. Spectrum. Oh, cool. There's all sorts of cool stuff here. Device changer, what's that? Audio device changers. Demonstrates the audio output can be changed from Godot. Interesting. Right. So, for example, I was recently playing Bannerlords, and if you start the game up and then you want to turn on your speakers, it doesn't check to see if there's any new device that's come on, and so it doesn't switch. You actually have to kill the game and then start it again with your speakers on, especially if, well, they're plug and play speakers. So, so I think what you could do with this is look for specific devices, and when you get a new device, you know someone's turned something on, or if the current device has been turned off, you switch to a full bad device. So pretty handy. Generator would be noise generation. Cool. Gotta have a play with that at some point. Microphone record. Could be interesting. Maybe we can get people to try and hack circuits by mimicking frequencies. You just have to sing at this particular frequency. I thought it'd be awesome. Sing at a particular frequency. And yeah, no, maybe not. All right, let's download this. What is all this stuff? Demos for sound generation, icons, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so all I need is this then. Ah. Yeah, it's an OTD, but I didn't see this. There's some sort of update in the process. Maybe that's needed to see stuff on the screen. So I can just wipe that and play. Nope. DrawRect. Oh. Extends node 2D.
I woke up. My mouth was dry.
Nice.
I think I left the heating on.
It's awesome. Oh my god.
Hello, America. I'm Mark Levin. This is Life, Liberty, and Levin.
It's a picture of my mom. She was 8 months pregnant with me.
Honored to see you, Patrick.
So cool.
I entered the elevator.
Needs more sensitivity though to really pick up on that, on the background audio. Maybe we should just pick up on the narration. Okay, so don't really want to use some sort of draw rectangle. what are my alternatives? If we look at what I did here, I see now graphics. I haven't got a Scooby about Godot. So you can see at the background there, sort of waveform. So I'm not sure how we go about drawing a waveform in Godot. Drawing a waveform in Godot. How to draw a sine wave. Draw lines. Pretty cool. That's just pure maths. Not really what we're looking for. We're looking for some sort of custom designed. I mean, essentially, what we're talking about here is Spectrum Analyzer. We're talking about basically taking a measurement of different frequencies. So what's the frequency here? What's the frequency here? What's the frequency here? What's the magnitude at each of these frequencies? So at the moment we're saying, where is it? So at the moment we're saying the minimum is 60, I think. Actually, I'm not sure let's have a look. Previous hertz and hertz. So previous hertz. So we're starting at 0. So we're going from 0 to, no wonder it's so rubbish. If we set that to 100, we go for 5,000. That was something like what we said the other day, earlier.
I woke up. My mouth was dry. I think I left the heating on.
Cool.
Hello, America. I'm Mark Levin. This is Life, Liberty, and Levin. Welcome.
Nice to see you.
It's a great honor to see you, Patrick Michaels, doctor.
Pretty cool. If we want to see the full spectrum, we could whack that right up, but we'll go for 6,000. We started with a minimum. Yeah, we started at 20 in our last one, didn't we? So height then would be our sort of magnitude, right? So if we could get it, we could make it more. We could see more.
I woke up. My mouth was dry. I think I left the heating on.
I want to move it in our game. So it's clearly drawing the line down there somewhere.
I woke up. My mouth was dry. I think I left the heating on.
Hello, America. I'm Mark Levin. This is Life, Liberty, and Levin. Welcome.
If anything, we're getting less there. So, okay, so we've got all these points up to, so maybe we start at 20 and we go up to 5,000. So this would be, okay, anyway, so we're drawing from this point and then we go up to that point and then we go down to that point and so on. So, so we could draw a plotted audio file, and then we've got to smooth around the corner. So how do we smooth a line graph? Yeah, there's got to be a smoothing algorithm. Add smoother lines to graphs. How to smooth the angles of a line chart. All right, smooth line graph algorithm. Smoothing, Wikipedia. The moving average often just catch the important trends, blah, blah, blah. Wow. So many ways. Who knew? most efficient smoothing line algorithm. I suppose, I mean, I don't even know, first of all, how these lines are drawn, and what Godot's options are for drawing lines. Godot, draw line, draw curve. I know it's possible to use curve 2D to describe a 2D curve. You need to build and add points to a curve 2D object, then adjust the control points to the curve. Finally, draw the curve. Oh my god. Oh my god. Spline interpolation. This is totally what we want. Although if we end up with something like that, I'd be worried. Control point not. Cubic Bezier. Well, I was hoping to do something in an hour. I'm sure that's going to happen. One thing, though, I did see was one of the demos we looked at previously. Let's exit the project list. Is it this one? Which we couldn't get working, right? Yeah. We just had this weird thing happening. It just showed a block. Pretty cool, though. To say that looks slick. Nice glow to it. Environmental stuff going on there. I love that. I'm going to have to get into 3D stuff at some point. You can do such cool stuff with it. So is there any GD script here? Seriously? Well, I don't know how that's even working then, because there's no... Must use something completely different. Okay. Can I delete that? Remove. Yeah, fine. EQ test. I think that was the one I'm thinking of. Yeah, right. Okay. Now I don't know if this uses it. Notch filter. No, it doesn't. But so we were looking at the script here, and what it seems to do is it adjusts this. What's it called? This is a texture progress. So it adjusts these texture progresses based on the level of volume coming through. So this is purely on a volume level. No idea how that works. But, well, it doesn't work is the answer. Nothing happens. Cool tunes. Sorry for destroying your ears. So it has progress. Fill mode, bottom to top. Min value 10. Max value 0. So that's minus 10 decibels to 0 decibels. Step page. I mean, I don't know why that doesn't work. It's pretty cool. I like that idea because we could get a bar, like a rectangle, and then we could modulate the color based on where we are on the vertical count, or the horizontal count, the slicing. We can adjust the magnitude using this min max value. I've just no idea how these work, and how does it tie into? Well, there you go. There's your answer. Value. So if we look at this, value equals minus 10. So if I set that to 0, yeah, if I set it to minus 5, yeah, it should work. I don't know why that isn't working. It's like something's not connected right. But I think we could certainly use something like that. Let's have a quick play and see if we can try and recreate this sort of method. So back to the project. I've saved that. Spodio. Just try and get one bar going up and down. That'd be a great start. So let's hone in on. Ooh, did I save it? Spectral. There it is. Move up here.
I woke up. My mouth was dry.
Still working.
I think I left the heating on.
Great. And let's hone in on what spectrum we want exactly. So where are we seeing that? Let's print out. If magnitude is greater than 0.5, don't know if this will work. Print hertz.
I woke up. My mouth was dry. I think I left the heating on.
Hello, America. I'm Mark Levin. This
I
is Life.
entered the elevator.
Nope. So we're not getting a huge magnitude there. Just print the magnitude out. So we're getting. Yep. Play.
I woke up. My mouth was dry. I think I left the heating. I entered the elevator.
Going in here because it's louder. Right. So we're lucky to get anything higher than 0.0 something. So if magnitude higher than 0.03, then print the magnitude. No, print the hertz.
I woke up.
There we go.
My mouth was dry.
So these we've got some getting some high values for. So I'm going to focus on the sort of average of these numbers. So what do we think? Finger in the air, I'll go for about 2,625. So we're going to focus on a very thin min 2000. Wait, min decibels. That isn't hertz. Why is it set to 60? Doesn't make any sense. I'm going to try this. Let's go for that. Doesn't ever go above 3,000. We'll go for 3,000. Let's try that.
I woke up. My mouth was dry. I think I left the heating on.
Look at this. It's almost permanently stuck. Just going. We can actually play with these values dynamically, right? What we can do is we can go to our project settings, go to display, window, put it onto always on top, close, save, render, run.
I woke up.
Right.
My mouth was dry. I think I left the heating on.
So, min 1,000. 625. 10. 0. Oops. So, seems like it's some kind of minimum level. Oh, has it crashed? Yep, I crashed it. Divide by 0, yeah. Continue. TV screen on.
Hello, America. I'm Mark Levin. This is Life, Liberty, and Levin.
160.
Welcome.
Nice to see you.
It's a great honor to see you, Patrick Michaels, doctor.
Okay, so it's like
Expert
a
on all things climate
minimum
and
level.
environment, as far as I'm concerned. A little bit of your background.
So
Director
previous
of the Center for
certs,
Study of Science at the Cato Institute.
so that's sort of
You hold
minimum
an
level.
AB and SM. You hold those degrees in biology, sciences, and plant ecology from the University of Chicago. Pretty good school. PhD in ecological climatology from the University of Wisconsin at Madison, 1979. Past president of the American Association of State Climatologists. You were program chairman for the Committee on Applied Climatology of the American Meteorological Society. Say that fast 5 times.
Yeah.
Cool. All
You were a
right. That's a
research
bit better.
professor of environmental sciences at the University of Virginia for 30 years, and I'm giving an extensive, background that you have. I'm giving that to the public, so they know you really know what you're talking about. And you're a contributing author and a reviewer of the United Nations Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change. Hello, America. I'm Mark Levin. This is Life, Liberty, and Levin. Welcome.
For whatever reason,
It's
we
a
can't
great
draw
honor to see you,
over,
Patrick Michaels.
so it's actually a lot bigger than we thought. Look at that.
Expert on all things climate and environment, as far as I'm concerned. A little bit of your background.
Blimey.
The director of the Center for Study of Science at the Cato Institute. You hold an AB and SM. You hold
Stick
those
it here for now.
degrees in biology, sciences, and plant ecology from the University
Okay.
of Chicago.
So our
Pretty good
width is
school.
quite high.
PhD in ecological climatology from the University of Wisconsin at Madison, 1979.
200.
Past president of the American Association of State
100.
Climatologists. You were program
200 is
chairman
good.
for the Committee on Applied
Wonder why we can't
Climatology
draw
of
over the
American
image.
Meteorological Society. Say that fast 5 times.
Yeah.
You were a research professor of environmental sciences at the University of Virginia for 30 years, and I'm giving an extensive, background that you have. I'm giving that to the public, so they know you really know what you're talking about.
It's a canvas layer, right? So
You're a contributing author and a reviewer of the United
maybe we need to
Nations
take that
Intergovernmental Panel
out
on
here.
Climate Change. Hello, America. I'm Mark Levin. This
And then
is
we go
Life,
into user
Liberty,
interfaces.
and Levin.
And
Welcome.
Nice to see you.
It's a great honor
Add it
to
in
see
here.
you, Patrick Michaels, doctor. Expert on all things climate and environment, as far as I'm
Yep,
concerned.
there we go.
A little bit of your background. The director of the Center for Study of Science at the Cato Institute. You hold an AB and SM. You hold those degrees in biology, sciences, and plant ecology from the University of Chicago. Pretty good school. PhD in ecological climatology from the University of Wisconsin at Madison, 1979. Past president of the American Association of State Climatologists. You were program
good at this.
chairman for the Committee on
So-
Applied Climatology of the American Meteorological Society. Say that fast 5 times.
Yeah.
You were a research professor of environmental
Yeah.
sciences at the University of Virginia for 30 years, and I'm giving
yeah, I'm not sure how you
an extensive, background that you have.
make that
I'm giving that
selectable.
to the public.
Something to
so
do with
they know
these.
you really know what
See,
you're talking about.
I don't spend a lot of time working out how
You're
to
a
do 2D
contributing
games.
author and
I'm sure a lot of you
reviewer
that do
the
2D
United
games
Nations
know exactly what to do
Intergovernmental Panel on
here.
Climate Change.
I'm pretty sure I've seen
Hello,
something from
America. I'm Mark
Heartbeast about.
Levin. This is Life, Liberty, and Levin. Welcome.
Nice to see you.
It's a great
Yeah,
honor to
it's
see you,
probably something like
Patrick
this.
Michaels,
So I lock that.
expert on all
So now I
things
can move
climate
that.
and environment, as far
Nope.
as I'm concerned. A
I
little bit of
don't
your
know.
background. The director
Anyway,
of the Center for
it's
Study
working.
of
It's
Science
in the middle.
at the Cato Institute. You hold an AB and SM.
What's weird is
You hold
like
those
whatever our
degrees
starting
in,
frequency seems to
biology,
be,
sciences, and
we want the
plant
middle frequency
ecology
to
from
be
the University of Chicago.
sort of starting
Pretty good
point.
school. PhD in ecological climatology from the University of Wisconsin at Madison, 1979. Past president of the American Association of State Climatologists. You were program chairman for the Committee on Applied Climatology of the American Meteorological Society. Say that fast 5 times.
Yeah.
You were a research professor of environmental sciences at the University of Virginia for 30 years, and I'm giving an extensive, background that you have. I'm giving that to the public, so they know you really know what you're talking about.
It's
You're
like
a
that.
contributing author and a reviewer of the United Nations Intergovernmental Panel.
I entered the elevator.
It is, yeah. That was that. It's quite a good example here. Oh, look at that. Is that always there? It must be. I thought we faded that out and it wouldn't. Yeah. We don't. Okay. So I'm just adjusting our sensitivity here, just so we get more the old visual spectrum. That seems about right.
Stepping into the R&D department, I could see Brian using the photocopier.
Cool. Okay, so take it. I haven't got any of that anymore. No. So we had in the other thing we looked at a horizontal line, horizontal element, whatever the heck it was. So top middle overlay. I'm going to put it in the bottom middle overlay. I'm going to add, what was it called? Progress texture, I think. Progress bar. Texture progress. There we go. Texture based progress bar. Yep. Super. And my phone keeps buzzing. Just check my phone. It's just my drink reminder telling me to have a glug. Right. So we've got texture progress. We need an icon for that. So let's fire up a sprite. Create a new high but thin block. So height will be 100. Width will be 20. And it will be, it really doesn't matter. We'll just make it white. Okay. Ooh, way too thick. Let's go for sprite canvas size 10 pixels. All right. Export as bar. Okay. Where are we putting it? We're not putting it backgrounds. Assets. Let's create a new folder for this. Call it Spectrum bar.png. Okay. Export. Fabulous. Back we go. So, all right. So we've created a node here called texture progress. We're going to assign this bar to it. So texture under over progress. And we're going to set our value. If it's in a range from 0 to 100, we'll set it to 100. We should see our bar. There it is. It's a beautiful bar. Can we set this to align to the center? Do we care? Don't really care at the moment, but so I'll leave it there. So our min max value. You know what, I'm not so hot on what these maths mean, but let's get a reference to this texture progress first. So var on ready bar 1 equals $. Let's call it bar 1. Oops. Oh, well, let me rename it. Well, that's weird. It's because there's an error. Oh, there we go. Bar 1. Expected end of statement continue. So this is here. $. Oh, okay. I can't remember how to get a reference to it. Let's just have a look at that other project again. feel like I'm trashing the project here. They're messing around, but remember we've got we're tracking all our changes here. So which one was it? Was it EQ test? It was. Yeah. So they're doing that. Okay. Okay. Let's go back. To a spectral script. Don't need this on ready. And now we don't want to be drawing any rectangles. We want to be essentially updating this value based on a max and min, based on magnitude. What's this? Get bus index 1. So that's basically getting a hook to the. We don't need to do that. What we do need to do is get this spectral. Here it is. So we need to be able to get a hook to. Can we do this? No, I just don't think that's going to work at all. We need to go back to using our get tree, get scene, get node, right? And it's going to be so that's going to get us game. So then we need user. Okay, we need to get user interface. Ooh. /hbox container. I'm hoping it would just autofill this for me. Main screen container. Man, we must have some of this somewhere, right? Yeah, when we update information in game, we must hook to it. Yeah, here we go. Update query. Right. Can we just do get node? User interface, HBox, main screen container, location image, and then we go into bottom mid overlay, and then bar 1. So if we print that, we should get some sort of node reference. Let's just try that. Didn't like it. Missing a bracket. Stop and start.
I woke up. My mouth was dry.
Null. Object
Okay,
null
left the
means no fish. So let's do what I was doing. Do the current scene.
I woke up.
Nope.
My mouth.
Must be something wrong. User interface. HBox container. Main screen container. Location image. Oh, it is image overlay. Location image. / image overlay. There we go. Come on.
I woke up.
Yeah.
My mouth was dry. I think I left the heating on.
can see them all down there. I want to start pointing at things. That's the wrong hand. And this is off camera. I need a bigger screen so I can just reach around the screen. That'd be awesome. One day. So I've got a link to that. So the next thing we want to do is set the percentage of the fill. Spectral. So we're setting this value. Now I think I understand what that clamp means then. Minimum decibels plus linear to decibel magnitude. So this is basically, yeah, so energy should be a value from 0 to 1. So can I just set our value to energy? Let's just print out energy. We should see here.
I woke up.
There's some more.
My mouth was dry. I think I left the heating on.
Have we got any other values getting printed there? Yeah, we're getting a hertz here. Yeah, okay, happy with that. So now we're going to set. Oop, what's going on? Oh yeah, don't need that if anymore. So now we can get rid of this print. And this time we've got a link to the object, which is bar 1. Oop, I've got synergy running here, so if I move my mouse over here, I end up on the screen over there. You can't see it anyway. So we want to set dot value equals energy. And then in our bar 1, we're setting our max value to 1. And our step to, I don't know, do we need steps? Let's try it.
I woke up. My mouth was dry. I think I left the heating on.
Pretty cool. 0.01.
I woke up. My mouth was dry. I think I left the heating on.
I can't tell whether that's good or not. It's not, it's very iffy.
Hello, America. I'm Mark Levin. This is Life, Liberty, and Levin. Welcome.
Nice to see you.
It's a great honor to see you, Patrick Michaels, doctor.
Sorry about that. So it's kind of working.
I woke up. My mouth was dry. I think I left the heating on.
It's just hard to tell. I think our step's right. 5 minutes left. Okay, so let's set a bar 2, bar 3, 4, 5, and 6. Ooh, wow. That's not good. Let's delete. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I want this bar 1 to stay inside this. So I want to set our radial fill. Cool. Some cool stuff here. We'll play with the color as well. This is not going to give us our curves, but might give us a cool effect. See, now I am struggling with UI, but I'm pretty sure it's margin that we don't want to grow. So it's 20 and 0, right? Play again.
I woke up.
Still fine. Now if we duplicate it, nope, sticks it under. Maybe it's because we're inside a VBox container. Maybe we need a HBox container inside our VBox container with our bar 1 inside it. And then, yeah, there we go. Lucky. Right. So, oh Christ, it's getting complicated. So we've got to update our reference. So that now has HBox container. Right. Bar 1. So, okay. You know what we need to do? We need to have bar 1. We need that. Bar 2. Bar 3. Bar 4. Bar 5. And bar 6. So now we can programmatically update the bar by adding the view count. So we've got 6 of these, right? So our view count is going to be 6. And then we can just add our, so we're stepping through I in range 1 to view count plus 1. So, what? Okay. That would be 6. Yeah, right. Okay, so plus I. Don't know if you can do that. String plus integer. See if that works. Nope. Would it telling me nope, can't do it. I need to turn the integer into a string. So what's that? A string. Good guess. Nope. Let's check that. Is it toString or something? Godot int toString is must be just string. Oh, yeah, string. What? That's what I'm doing. Oh, wait a minute. Missing a bracket.
I woke up.
There we go.
My mouth was dry.
Oh,
I think I left the heating on.
I know that looked a bit weird. The progress is sideways. We need to make it from bottom to top. So progress is that the radial fill? We need to change this to 180. I mean 190. No, 180. I'm saying. Play.
I woke up. My mouth was dry.
Nope.
I think I left the heating on.
Nothing to do with that. What was it set to? 360 initial angle. Starting angle for the fill of texture progress. If fill mode is fill clockwise. Fill mode. Where's fill mode? Ah, there you go. Duh. Top to bottom. Happy days.
I woke up. My mouth was dry.
Oh,
I think I left the heating on.
bottom to top. Okay, there we go. So we can delete these. And just duplicate 2, 3, 4, 5. Play.
I woke up. My mouth was dry. I think I left the
Nice.
heating on.
All right. It's 10 o'clock. Gotta do one more thing. I change the color based on the intensity. So, let's see some cool spectral So music spectrum visualizer. Cool. Dots, lovely. Oh, that's a Godot one. That's what we were looking at earlier. It's quite nice. Let's just see what else there is. That's so cool. I'd love it to look like that. We could do something like that. I mean, that's a lot easier, right? Because we're not... There's no smoothing here. That's just pure... Well, there's a bit of width added to the angles. That would be super easy to do. Actually, it's not that great. Let's load more here. It's very exciting. All right, so let's go for a visibility, modulate. Let's turn on our full range. We want something that's kind of neutral. I mean, if you look at what I was doing here, it's not the one. It's a thumbnail I was trying to create. Yeah, this is very neutral. This one, oops, this one, same image, just that translucent sort of thing. Much smoother though. Maybe that's what it needs is some, yeah, it probably does need some sort of smoothing because it's very jerky. Needs some kind of, it comes down slowly, right? And gets pushed back up. Yeah, we could do that. So in terms of the color, I think we will go for white then. We'll add an alpha of, let's go for, yeah, let's go for half, which would be, oh, let's go for 120. Okay, then we'll apply that to all of them. So just ditch all these. Duplicate it again. So we can actually create a load of them, right? Happy days. That's 28 of them. So now in our script, we could create a view count of 25. Play that.
I woke up. My mouth was dry. I think I left the heating on.
These guys are not getting touched for some reason. Pretty cool. And then what we can do is increase the intensity, reduce the translucency, increase the opacity, the higher the magnitude, and when it comes down, just bring it down in a smooth way. So we're always reducing it unless it gets pushed up. So we're always reducing it slowly unless it gets whacked right up. So I don't know why we're not doing 28. Why is that not working? Why am I in here again? Oh, because I said 25.
I woke up. My mouth was dry.
Okay. 28 it is.
I woke up. My mouth was dry. I think I left the heating on.
Excellent. Nice to have some sort of tail off there. minus 50, but then there is no.
I woke up. My mouth was dry. I think I left the heating on. I woke up. My mouth was dry. I think I left the heating on.
We probably need a lot more definition to bring this forward a bit. What if we increase the maximum frequency to 20,000?
I woke up. My mouth was dry. I think I left the heating on.
Yeah, that's all just bundled there. Or if we put it down to 2,500?
I woke up. My mouth was dry. I think I left the heating on.
It's a bit more delicate. Okay, so now we want to reduce the height. So when we set our height, which we're not, we're just setting it equal to, wait. What? Oh, I thought I was missing the end of this. It's like, how is that value getting set? It's weird, it's getting cut off there. Okay, so so what we want to do here, let's just think about it programmatically. We want to get the current value of the so let's just get a reference to this first of all. So we'll call this oops. Call it current bar. Right, and so current bar equals whatever we're targeting right now. Okay, so now this can be just current bar dot value equals energy. So this is update current bars vertical height. So we get the current value of the current bar and reduce it by, and we'll call that const, and we'll call it smooth equals 0.01. We're running at 60 frames per second. Might work. So now I'll just reduce it by smooth. Then only update the current bar if greater than current value. Right, that should give us a smooth drop off. So we're only going to do this here if current bar dot value is greater than, no, sorry, is less than what it should be, which would be energy. Yep, that should be it. So if the current value is less than the energy we're saying, then so backwards. If energy is greater than our current value, it's just easier to read, right? Cool. In the meantime, we want to get current. we want to get bar dot value equals current minus smooth. Sweet. What's that? Color white. All right. We can add color later. Are we using height? No. Are we using energy? Yes. Cool. We do not need height and width, do we? W. We're using W. Don't think so. Get rid of all the draw stuff.
My mouth was dry.
There you go. Sexy.
Hello, America. I'm Mark Levin. This is Life, Liberty, and Levin. Welcome.
Nice to see you.
It's a
I
great-
entered the elevator.
All right. Okay, and now we're going to adjust the opacity based on the current value. So we're going to have a base const base opacity of, what did we say, 125, and so our maximum is 255, so we want to increase the opacity but limit it at 125, so it never completely disappears. So that would be so set opacity of bar based on current energy and base opacity. Right, so let's get a link to the, so it would be current bar dot modulate, right? Pretty sure. I'm gonna have to check modulate. Modulate. It's got apply textures and canvas item. Yeah, I'm just gonna Google this. Change opacity of sprite Godot. Modulate. Oh, is it just dot color? Oh, no. Oh, okay, there we go. Ah, cool. Look at that. That's what we want. Let's just check that, see if it actually works. So, current bar, set to 1. And they should all go super bright.
I woke up.
Yep.
My mouth was dry. I think.
So, we want to set the opacity of the bar based on the current energy and base opacity. So, it's going to be base opacity plus, and then it's going to be, so, let's see. So the maximum value could be 255. It's really obvious, isn't it? Come on, everyone's screaming at me. Come on, you know the answer. Yep, pretty sure I do. Base opacity, so it would be 130 if it was max. So it's 130 times energy, right? Because energy could be 1, which means it would be 130 for max. Anything below is a
I woke up.
tweak.
My mouth was dry. I think I left the heating on.
But we need a value from 0 to 1 ultimately. So that's our so that's our total out of 255, right? So be divided by 255.
I woke up. My mouth was dry.
There we go.
I think I left the heating on.
Nice. Now we can do the same thing with color, right?
Hello, America. I'm Mark Levin. This is Life, Liberty, and Levin. Welcome.
Nice to see you.
It's a great honor to see you, Patrick Michaels, doctor.
So
Expert on all things climate and environment, as far as I'm concerned.
we can change that to
your background.
base opacity
You're director of the Center for
0.
Study of Science.
That should disappear unless it goes.
You hold an A, B, and SM. You hold those degrees in biology, sciences, and plant.
I entered the elevator.
It's pretty cool. Quite like that. That's nice and subtle. We just have it at the bottom of the screen. So we've now positioned it in the mid overlay. We've got other things in the bottom overlay, but still, it's pretty cool.
Ecological climatology from the University of Wisconsin at Madison, 1979. You're past president of the American Association of State Climatologists.
I'm gonna give it a touch.
You were program chairman for the Committee on Applied Climatology of the American Meteorological Society. Say that fast 5 times.
Yeah.
Go for it.
You were a research
18.
professor of environmental sciences at the University of Virginia for 30 years, and I'm giving an extensive, background that you have. I'm giving that to the public. So
50.
they know you really know what you're talking about. And you're a contributing author and a reviewer of the United Nations Intergovernmental Panel on Climate
Cool.
Change.
I really like that.
Hello,
It's nice.
America. I'm Mark Levin.
What's
This
with the
is Life,
gaps?
Liberty, and
We've got some sort of.
Levin.
We must have some kind of.
Nice to see you.
It's a great
margin
honor
on
to
these
see you,
things.
Patrick Michaels, doctor.
Yeah, we've got a right margin.
Expert on all things climate and
If we get rid of the
environment,
margins.
as far as I'm concerned. A little bit of your background. The director of the Center for Study of Science at the Cato Institute. You hold an A, B, and SM. You hold those degrees
No,
in
that's not a good
biology,
idea.
sciences, and plant ecology from the University of Chicago. Pretty good school. PhD in ecological climatology from the University of
myself for
Wisconsin
now.
at Madison, 1979. You're past president of the American Association of State Climatologists. You were program chairman for the Committee on Applied Climatology.
We could actually
of the
draw
American
points
Meteorological
across all
Society.
this if we
Say that
wanted.
fast 5 times.
Yeah.
You were a research professor of environmental sciences at the University of Virginia for 30 years, and I'm giving an extensive, background that you have. I'm giving that to the public, so they know you really know what you're talking about.
So the other thing I said, frequency max is 2,500. Let's go for 3,500.
I woke up. My mouth was dry. I think I left the heating on.
Hello, America. I'm Mark Levin. This is Life, Liberty,
I
and...
entered the elevator.
See you, Patrick Michaels, doctor.
Quite like that. Right. Well, sorry, so quiet there. Just staring at it, obsessed by the beauty of what we've created. Well, I hope that was interesting. I definitely want to improve that in the future. But now we've got something in place, quite nice. Maybe we should look at doing it in a different way. Maybe we should have bars that get filled so you can see the bars. And I don't know, we need to look at some options. But the tech is there. and it works. So I can go into my list of things to do, and we can mark one off as having some kind of solution. Happy days. Maybe we should turn off maybe we should only have it for the narration. I don't know. Anyway. Straight through. Right. It's Monday. I'm getting an early night. Thanks for joining me. Wherever you are, I hope you're creating something exciting. I hope I've been of some help, and have a lovely night, evening, morning, wherever you are. Thanks again. Cheers, guys.